today's video, I am going to go over what I think is probably one of the most probably requested things I get, which is how do I build my gear from free to play? How do I build from medium, if I'm low or high? So this is my overall advice as I set up my Boss March right now. This is my overall advice to you. So first of all, for my free to play and low spenders, realistically, this is the hard truth. You need to spend or understand where you're at. If you are not a top spender, don't expect to get the results that you're looking for. There is nothing wrong with spending or not spending. Like I say all the time, all it does is get you there faster if you're spending. So for my free to play, the thing you want to do, which I do this still to this time, is save up your blueprints, right? So let me just show you. So here, for example, I'm not concerned with getting the red now. I want to get it to the point as far as I can because, again, where are you as a player? You're playing your own game, right? So are you a low spender, free to play, medium, high, a whale? If you're a whale, you're not even listening to me. You're doing whatever you want. Um, but this is a realistic talk. What is your budget? Because, again, if your budget is super low, you're not buying 10 of these red prints. If you are, that's your whole budget probably for months, right? So if your budget's under $300 or is $300, you're not worrying about prints, right? So you're going to get plenty of them in this campaign store. In this honor store. That's where you're getting your blueprints from, right? That's what you're focused on. You're not focused on anything else. Although I'll also touch on this, you can see that there is some in here. These universal weapon charts. Do not get these. Again, do not get these. Your focus is here. You're going to get a lot of these as the next season comes up, and you're going to also get these in your chests at 2.3 million, and your 7 million. You're going to get them. So if you hit that, that's another incentive. Do not spend it on that. You want to get your blueprints, right? So again, my free to play players is mostly for, but I'll touch on everyone. So I would almost say this is how you can do it. If you have enough prints, get all your heroes, work on one class. You're not working on multiple ones. You're not spending. You're focusing all your efforts on one. So for example, if I have my air class, I would almost rather have you get these to 2 dots than try and push just one. Okay? The reason being is you're going to get a higher percentage. So even though it's only 20, you're still going to get a higher percentage for this. So I'd rather have you 1 or 2 dots than try to do all at one and spread your gear out. You can do all one, right? But don't worry about what other people are doing. You're not doing anything wrong here. Again, you have to do based off what you have. If you're worrying about blueprints, so for example, what do I struggle with? It's ore. Always is or sometimes gold. What I don't struggle with, which some people are opposite, if we come in here and I look in here, sorry, we look right here, I do not struggle with my material, as you can see. I save it up, I build it, I break stuff down. I only start building my gear when I am ready to move to the next. I am not wasting resources on building other ones. So right now I'm doing some tank just to get my gear up, but my focus is not here. My focus is coming here, doing certain things, upgrading things that I want to upgrade, such as his gear, as well as now I'm at DVA. So as I'm waiting for my blueprints, I'm upgrading these, right? By the time I upgrade these, I'll have enough blueprints to start doing more stuff, whether I'm going to go more on my radar, whether I'm going to go more on my armor, whether I'm going to push more on my offensive gear. So that's what you really have to come and play. What is your budget? Where do you realistically see yourself? Are you a rally leader? Are you a joiner? Are you a smaller player who assists in other areas? There's nothing wrong with any of those or free to play, right? You have to understand where you are, what your budgets are realistically. If you don't know those, that's going to be hard. That's something you have to, kind of talk with yourself and decide where that is. But again, if I'm free to play, I'm focusing on a couple pieces. I'm not focusing on going all crazy for one because you don't have that huge of a budget or any at all. So your focus should be getting your first hero or heroes in whatever it is, air, tank, or missile to as high as you possibly can, right? Because if you're not and you're trying to spread it out, you're going to have a hard time because remember, the people who are spending a lot of money, right? So don't worry about you. You're playing your own game. You're in your own race, right? You're in your own track. Stay in your lane. Stay where you are. This game is meant to be fun. If you want to spend money, so be it. If you don't feel obligated to do it. Just try to do and have fun. So my suggestion is start to fill out your that. If you're free to play and have a lot of ore, start to spread it out. Start to go in increments. I like increments of 10. Don't mind this because I'm not really focused on that. I kind of do them at the time, and then as I go through my gear and I look at my battle reports, I look where I need it the most, and that's why I start to upgrade certain things at certain times, as you see here. So what I'll start to do is I'll get this to 30 when I have enough ore. Then I'll come back here and get these to 40, and then I'll start working on my offensive gear for here. Really, these guns here, I'm not too concerned with my defensive heroes. The only time it's going to come into play for me is going to be for world boss and some other stuff to give me some power to get hit where I want to hit for here. Okay, that's my goal. Hit there, right? So that's what I'm trying to do, and that's what I'm going to do right now. So as you can see. But really, guys, that's what the video was today, talking about the gear. Have realistic goals and expectations. Don't expect yourself to think that you're going to compete with a larger player if you're not spending what they're spending, or if any medium to high. Obviously, stay in your lane where you're at. Everyone has their own tiers. You're playing your own game, like I told you. So make sure you stay in that avenue. If you guys have any questions, concerns, or comments, reach out to me. You want a video or a certain thing to touch on a certain topic, you can also reach out to me, Twitch, Discord, in the game. At the end of the week or later in the month, I put all my videos up. I try to do them at the end of every week. If you want to donate help to grow this channel, reach out to me, Twitch, Discord, or in the game. All right, guys, see you out there. Stay safe.